Good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm laughing because I'm watching myself on YouTube over there, over there, and I'm performing YouTube right here. It was really funny. I got to get a picture. I got to get a picture. I'm sorry, folks. I got to get this photograph real quick before I get to the show. Uh, Here we go. Look at this. Ah, that's so fun. Okay. All right. So, welcome to the Be Your Own Hero Show. Be Your Own Hero Show. Hero is an acronym. It means helping everyone reaps optimism. And it also stands for high emotion radiates overflow. High emotion radiates overflow. Which was that oh shoot, my phone's still on. My that arrangement of letters and words was came up with was come up. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This TV is a little bit distracting. So let's just turn this off. All right. All right. So I also come up with my Reverend Melissa. All right. And yeah, and obviously I haven't said it any yet, but I'm in New York. I'm in New York, so you can see that that's the uh, Manhattan Bridge behind me, going up over to the city. So there you go to the New York City. All right, and let's see. Let me just say that I appreciate you. I appreciate you for supporting me, letting me be a man recovering from a stroke in this way of of working to to build myself up to be better. All right, to build myself up to be better while I'm still still dealing with the effects of having a stroke. That's what I was trying to say. That I've had a stroke. I had a stroke now 11 months ago. 11 months ago, you may think that that's not long, but let me tell you, let me tell you, it's a long time. It is a long time. And a lot of the things that happen in my day, I will talk about in various episodes of the show. So stay tuned to the show. All right. So let's see what else. I am not a personal trainer, nor am I a financial advisor. So keep it in mind that if I give you a good idea, to go with it and run with it. Right? Go get your your information from your person. Okay, so that's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. So I just want to talk about the run streak. Run streak. I cannot believe I forgot to set up my run report. I can't believe it. I didn't do my run report yesterday. So yesterday I took a bus from Baltimore to New York, and I dressed for my run. I dressed for my run on the run itself, on the bus drive itself, because I knew if I didn't dress for the run, I'd get here and I start getting lazy about thinking about stuff I got to do and all that kind of stuff. So I dressed for my run, the whole bus route. And then when I got out, I was like, okay, yeah, we got this. We got this. And I did it. And I did it pretty quickly, right? And then I recorded it, but I didn't post it because I got right into doing things. Like I ran up the street where my doctor's office is located. So as soon as I finished, I got right into the doctor's office and started talking about things, negotiating about things. So all that stuff took longer than it sounds like it took. Right. And so I had to get a lot done. So anyway, I didn't post my run report. I was supposed to have it posted today, but today I'm gonna have to post yesterday's run and today's run. I'm gonna have to do a double time, do a double feature. All right, so let's see what else. So that's my run streak, and yeah, all right, I think that's it. Let's get into some money, and let's get into some things. Let's get started. So let's do our millionaire mindset affirmation. Okay. I am so happy and grateful to be a multi-millionaire in every area of my life. One more time with feeling. I am so happy and grateful to be a multi-millionaire in every area of my life. Ashe. Ashe. Okay, so that said, I think I want to get into the money. The money. Those of you that watched my show yesterday saw that I got into it. I got into it. I got into it yesterday talking about I figured out how to do this. I don't know why it never occurred to me, but it never occurred to me to do it this way. I don't know why. Look at this. Look at that. Right there. I'm gonna make myself a little bigger. Well, no, not that big. Hold on now. Uh-oh. What is going on? What is going on? Okay. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. All right. The richest man in Babylon. The richest person in Babylon. Richest purchase in Babylon. So those of you that watched the show yesterday, you saw me get excited about this because what you saw was me rereading this book. I started rereading this book yesterday, and it took me to some interesting places. The most important place it took me is it showed me that paying attention to the names, paying attention to the names, paying attention to the names will open up much more levels to the book. Like, so that's important. That's important. The other thing that's important for you to know is that each section of the book, each chapter is a fully contained chapter. So you don't have to read the whole book. All you have to do is read one story because the chapters are very short and they're self-contained. Now, what you will find is if you pay attention to the name, you'll find those names mentioned later on in someone else's story, right? Because these stories, they collide. That's a bad word, but you get to the sense they collide together, right? So yesterday I talked about the chariot maker and his friend who were introduced in chapter 1, right? And their goal by the end of their chapter was to go and speak to this rich man who has been nice to them, right? And that's it. That's the last we hear of them. Well, except I know his name, those names appear later. I don't know where, but they appear later. But that rich man that they're going to speak to has a daughter, and these two, the chariot maker and his friend, are talking about how she came into the town and just blew it all away, just raised her money and just, I don't know, just made it bubble. I don't know, just like everything bubbled up for her. But it wasn't that easy for her because later in the book, she tells her story. She tells a story about going to this town and going flat bust, completely broke. Like what? And then she has to turn itself around, turn it on its head. And so I got really excited about this because you don't hear enough about people who are wealthy. You don't hear enough about people who are wealthy. And and so that's important to say because people think that people who have it just have it, and then that's just their way. But that's not the way it works. See, because I can be a son of privilege, right? My parents have a lot, my brothers have a lot, like we've had a lot, but But I was never talked to about money. I was never talked to about money, right? Not in this way. And so therefore, my awareness of money is just now growing, just now growing, just now growing, just now growing. And so it's very important because this happened with the young lady, and her father was a great gold dealer, but she herself was just happy to live amongst everything. And so what he did was he gave her 2 bags of gold, 2 bags, right? He gave her a bag of gold and gave her a bag of, well, tablets. I guess I shouldn't say bag. Gave her also tablets with rules for how to do what to do with the gold. Now she did like I'm sorry, I'm repeating myself from yesterday, but she she um she blew the money. That's what I'm trying to say. She blew the money, as we all would. Like that just took me so much because all of us would, all of us would. We spend the money, we spend the money, and anyway, she had to turn it around. And so yesterday, I read the first the first rule. The first rule. Let me see what the rule is. The first law of gold. Was written by her father, and she did not read the book until she had to, until all her funds were gone. Right, here we go. First law of gold. Gold comes easily and will increase in quantity to those who will put aside at least 1/10 of their earnings to create wealth for their future and for their family. I mean, sorry, I got an itch. So, yeah, I mean, it says it as everyone else says it. As everyone says it, everyone that I've been listening to has been saying the same thing. Set aside 10%. Set aside 10%, right? That's what we're saying here. All right, so that was rule one. We talked about rule one yesterday. And rule two is, and as I said, that I'm going to read one rule each day and try to build this out. So this is what we're talking about today. Gold, I'm sorry, this is funny. Gold works hard and happily for those who find wise investments multiplying like rabbits in the pen. What? Like rabbits in the pen. That's funny. Let me read it again. Gold works hard and happily for those who find wise investments multiplying like rabbits in the pen. Okay. Okay. So this is where we are today. All that was basically background. And so what we're talking about is the gold that will find it ways to multiply itself, right? Oh my, nose is itching so bad. Sorry. Anyway, what we're talking about is mm, well, let's do it this way. Let's do it this way. So, mm, so I'm trying to figure out if I should read this, but I won't read it. I won't read it. So, gold will find ways to multiply itself, and what that means is you've got to put aside the money. It's like rule one: take your 10% and set aside. Rule two: you've got to set it someplace else where it'll go, where it will grow. It will grow, and so the thing is that the money will multiply itself. The money will multiply itself. The money will multiply itself if you find a place to put the money, right? So mm, there was a contest. Let me see. Let me see if I can find it. Find it. Find it. Find it. Find it. Oh, sorry about that. That was my computer making a noise. Um, hmm. Man, I was trying to find this. Oh, okay. So her boss reached out to her and said, "Hey, I noticed you aren't spending money like the other people at your level." Now, pause. She had to find a job. She had to go find a job because she didn't have any money. She spent all the money, all the gold, right? All the different investment properties, right? So she was approached by her boss, who said, "Hey, I know she wants spending money. So where's your money going?" And she said, "Well, I got, I got some money saved up for my dad. I'm trying to make money for my dad." And so he says, "Okay, that's well and noble. I'm going to give you a chance." Right? Now, the chance was they were building. I wish I could remember exactly what it was, but let's just say they're building a gate. Uh, that's not quite right, but let's say they're building a gate. So he's saying that they are going to look for money to buy the material to. I gotta get the title right, the name of the story right. But anyway, they are going to invest in what the king has not thought of yet. That's basically it. Like the king is going to has invested his money in this, and then he's going to invest his money in that, right? Because it just so happens that the workers have done this kind of work before, and they know that once the queen finishes this work, they're going to ask for this, right? And so their goal right now is to get the appointment, the 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 thing, the material that they need to build the second thing, right? While they're still building the first thing, get the money to buy the second thing. And so they let her involve herself in that process, and she made way much money, way much money, right? She made some money. She made some money. And so it's interesting because the money came to her. Like her boss came and talked to her. Her boss sought her out and talked to her and was like, huh, maybe I should offer her something, right? And still required her to do some work and put it up. And so where I'm going with this is we often think that when we have the money that something's going to happen, like mm, like something's going to happen, like in a way that that doesn't let mm, okay. What I'm trying to say, what I'm trying to say is that the uh the man, my what's my that word again? Um aphasia, aphasia. What is it? Aphasia. Aphasia got me just now, man. Okay. So what I'm saying is that the opportunity will present itself. Like not like we'll just notice something, but the opportunity will come to us. Will come to us. So that's what I'm taking from this chapter. This chapter on chapter 2 of the book, that something will come to you once you have done the work of securing your 10%, setting aside your 10% and setting aside your 10% and letting it grow. And then something will come to you, right? So I know that's sounds a little spooky, but I'm serious though. Like you've got to put your money aside. You got to put your money aside, and then something will come across your desk that is meant for you, right? I hope made that clear. Let me check notes and see if anybody. Uh, no, I don't know. Wait a minute. Okay, B says we're with you. You got this. Okay, all right. And Fatima says, I love that book. It's so social escape and so relevant. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Uh, let's see. Fee is saying, gold works hard and happily for those who find investments. Yes, yes. So I'm think I'm getting through to you, right? So if you spend your money, how much time do I have? Yeah. So if you spend your money on, let's say, let's say, you spend that on a picnic, let's say, a picnic, and you got everything, you're buying everything for the picnic, right? You've got to think about how that how that picnic serves your goals, right? How does it serve your wealth, right? How does it serve your wealth? Because it's an enjoyable event, right? It's an enjoyable event. And there's no one taking anything away from that. But then where do you put your money so that the wealth will grow? And so I'm envisioning this as you reaching out to shake hands with you, right? Because in the very far flung future, is you reaching out to you. But you've got to feed him. You got to feed that version of you, because if you don't, he won't have hard enough grip. He won't have a hard enough grip to be able to pull you forward. So, in other words, you've got to give money to him. So let's go back to my picnic idea. Say you buy the picnic, and let's say you take, I don't know, they take like 5%. You take 10%. All right. Let's say 10%. Let's stick with 10%. You take 10% of what you just spent on the picnic and put that 10% into your bank account, your brokerage account, your stock account, and let that be funding for your future version of yourself that's reaching back for you, right? Because we can't just be living our lives reaching for what's current, what's happening now. We need a we need to find a you that's reaching backwards for you, right? And I hope I didn't make that too woozy foozy, but I hope that's hope that's reaching out to someone that. Okay, you know what? I'll give you a perfect example. I'll give you a perfect example. Okay. So in Baltimore, I went to the movies twice, right? Now, both times of the movie, I just let it go with the experience of going to the movies, right? And then on the bus ride back, on the bus ride from Baltimore the to New York, I started, doing my meditations. And in my meditation, what came up for me was practice your your money, basically. Practice your money. I was like, huh, all right. So I had like, you know, 15 minutes before something I was supposed to do. I can't remember. But I was like, all right, let me just go and see. And the first thing I noticed was that occurred to me was I saw those two movies, but I didn't set aside any money for them. I was like, oh man, I got to give my future self some money. I got to give my future self some money. So I did 10% of 30. So I'm guessing the movies were about $30, right? So $3, right? So $3 times two, because I wanted to see the movies twice, is $6. And then I bought $6 worth of Netflix. I bought $6 worth of Netflix. Why? Because I'm giving my future self strength to reach back to me, so he can grab me, and hold on tight, right, and pull me, right. But I can't do that if I don't feed him. If I don't feed him. So I hope that clarifies things. So yeah, I gave the money to the future me, and that just occurred to me just yesterday on the bus, because let's not let's not fake it, and not let me not pretend that it occurred to me exactly when I had the exactly when I went to the film. No, it did not happen. Did not happen that way. And oh wait a minute, did I go to the movie 3 times? See, I think I went to movies 3 times. Yes, I just remember the third time I went to the movies. I need to add now another $3, another $3 to that, because just getting that 10% out of the way and giving it to my future self so that my future self can get strong enough to pull back is making the headlock, making the handshake, making the handshake, making it secure, making it secure. Because you need that. You need your future self reaching backwards. So all that said, back to the rule, the rule, the second law of gold. The second law of gold. God works hard. Gold works hard and happily for those who find wise investments multiplying like rabbits in the pen. Right? Like you've got to give my little bit of money to that future self, and it will grow. It will grow. It will grow. It will grow. Far down in the road in the future now, but it will grow, and its grip will get stronger. Its grip will get stronger. Okay. All right. I hope I got it. I hope I got it. All right. So let's see what we're talking about. Let's do the nice things. All right. All right. Yeah, I got a haircut as soon as I got here. Good morning. Good morning, Linda. Longest day of the year. Oh wow. Yeah, that's true. And thanks for inviting all these people, Fee. And how much? Wait a minute. How much body fat have I lost? Well, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I have to check into that. Okay. Anything else? Anything else? All right. So I think that's it. Oh, wait a minute. Here's Linda. Like a seed, money sprouts and grows when planted in the good soul and intended. Yes, and I'm just advising you to plant in the future for your future you that can reach back and grab hold. All right. And Fee saying, give my future self. Yes, makes sense. Powerful analogy. Good stuff. Thank you. I'm glad that it resonated because it happened during the show today. You know, the whole thing about reaching back and having a handshake and everything just happened to me just now. But yeah, that's the way I'm envisioning it. Because like I said with the movies, in the beginning, I just enjoyed the movies. And just now on the bus, I was doing my meditation, and my meditation said, you know, practice your money. And I started thinking about what can I do to spend money on myself for the future. Myself for the future is much more important than myself for now, and much harder too. It's much harder to think about the future. So even though it's only 10% of what I spent on the movies, it's something. It's something, right? It's something. Okay, so I think that's what I got. That's what I got. So tomorrow I'm going to be reading rule number 3 from this book, the richest person in Babylon, and yeah, and reading how these golden rules. And gold doesn't have to be just gold. It can be whatever it is you're using. It could be whatever amount you're using. All right. Okay. So I got to go now. I've used up all my time, but I will be returning soon. I'll be returning with some guests soon too. And yeah, I'll see you mañana. See you tomorrow later.